Hello everyone, this is Vicki Verley. Thank you so much for joining me for your monthly tarot scopes. These monthly mini readings offer a glimpse into what it's really like to have a personal consultation with me. A private reading is much more personal and in-depth. I psychically tune into your energy and get visions and impressions that are specific only to you. If you would like to order a personal reading from me, or check out some of the other products and services that I offer, you can do so by checking out the link below. And now, without further ado, on to the reading. Aquarius. Hello Aquarius. Welcome to your June of 2015 tarot scope with animal totem. I can't believe the year's half gone already. This is crazy. It's crazy how time is flying by. By the way, I use the Hanson Roberts deck. People ask often, and I always forget to mention it, but I've used this deck for clients. I've burned through a bunch of them. I have some that are just like falling apart paper, and so I've been using it for years and years, decades. Okay, so let's look at these cards. You got some big, heavy hitters here, Aquarius. You've got World and Judgment smack dab together. That's pretty big stuff there. Well, the World is phenomenal. I feel like the World is one of the best cards in the deck. It is. It's probably the best card in the deck. It's just all you ever wanted, and then some, more, bigger, better, more than you ever anticipated. You know, you have everything is there for the choosing. And the Five of Rods is here, so it's like, yeah, maybe you did come out of a period of a little bit of struggle. But now it could be like the payday, or it's worth it. Judgment also is a card of reaping the reward after much struggle and pain. It's really a heavy card, too, because it's a karmic card. It really does talk about paying off karmic debts and, you know, being free to, you know, enjoy the rest of your life, leave the earth plane with a clean slate as far as a specific area is concerned, you know. So it's really an accomplishment on the soul level, you know. And I always look at what it points at. It's actually kind of pointing off the spread, but it's sort of pointing at this Queen of Cups here. I would say it is. So Queen of Cups, she's definitely positive. She's in line with this, no matter what. Whether this is actually pointing right at her or not, I'm not going to squabble over that, right? But Queen of Cups, okay, so possibly water, Scorpio, Cancer, Pisces. And by the way, we are going to move into the sign of Cancer during the month of June. June 21st will be the solstice and the Father's Day. So big day, the 21st. So it could be like after that, around then, or after that, that this finally happens. But, you know, the Queen of Cups. Let's just talk about, and again, in these general readings, I would say it could be man, woman, whoever. Queen of Cups is creative, intuitive, spiritual, psychic. She, you know, right now, what I'm looking at her looking in that cup is all that stands out to me. That's all that stands out to me. And I feel like she's garnering some wisdom. You know what, another thing, though, that did come to me, because this is talking about freedom from bondage. If anybody you know has been a drug problem, or even an alcoholic, it could be, that could be, they could really be making a big leap here. You know, like, I'm done for good. And this woman, because at first I thought like she was looking at that cup for enlightenment, but then I picked it up, and the devil in this card kind of, it's crazy how it works, you know. They just kind of flew up like it's part of it. And these two together is somebody who's been doing something that's been making themselves ill, and it usually does involve an addiction. And with the Empress, she's a pretty plump gal here. It could even be food addiction or something. But it could be, you know, alcoholism, drug addiction, smoking, cigarettes. You know, it could be, we all have our addictions, right? But this is saying that this has been making me ill, and I'm going to be freed from bondage of it. I mean, so it could be somebody's leaving the earth plane, but if it were, I would say it's probably somebody very elderly, grandmother, something like that. They may be freed from their body, but that's not really the strongest vibe that I'm picking up here. It's more that they're free from their addiction, or they're really going to make a real go of it. And it feels, if this were a personal reading, I would say it's a woman and her drug of choice is alcohol. But that's not necessarily the case, okay? Because the way she looks at that goblet, and what's in the goblet, right? The goblet's wine. But back to the Queen of Cups. She may help you in your own life. But if this is somebody you care about, that could make your life. If you were dealing with somebody like that and they all of a sudden are doing really great, you know, that could be that may be all you're wishing for in your life. A lot of people that could be, you know, you're only wishing that they would stop drinking or whatever, you know. But the other way that this could work is that this is somebody that could enhance your life with some sort of opportunity. And if that were the case, I would say that she just, it's because she has a feeling about you. It's not because of anything you've done, your accomplishments, or, you know, your experience, your accomplishments, anything that you think would matter, you know, like anything you put on your resume, for instance, it's just, she just has a feeling about you. She, and he or she in these readings, but she does have, she does know. She's got good instincts. Because I almost want to say, like, she might not even be aware that what she's doing is psychic, you know, and that's a man thing, right? Oh, I got to trust my gut, I have a gut instinct, you know, that's a man thing, a masculine thing. So it could be somebody that's their outward thing is, yeah, I just trust my gut and it never let me down. But really what they're using their psychic. They're intuitive, they're using their psychic ability. So that's another vibe that I get real strong with this. Because I feel like she's a benefactor. She could be a benefactor. Again, maybe it's just somebody you care a lot about and that you're just so happy that they're doing better now. You know, it could be like that. Some of you, here's another thing that shows up here too. Somebody might have been trying to get pregnant, and not being able to get pregnant. And they might just let it go, and boom, they pop up pregnant. Because this is saying also this could be somebody who's having troubles, you know, conceiving, getting pregnant. And then the devil says, well, I'm just going to, whatever, the devil's letting it go. And it makes things better. Whether it's letting go of addiction, whether it's letting go of expectation of trying to get pregnant, whatever it's letting go of that was draining somebody or making them sick. Often this has to do, though, with your health and with women's reproductive stuff. That's why I say, you know, it was bringing you down. There's a physical, there could have been a physical, you know, thing that was happening. A physical decrease, you know, of energy and a physical, you know what I'm saying. It's hurting you physically. You're feeling sick from it. Or you're feeling, you know, it's making you sick. And it's released and things are turning. And this is especially strong for women and women in your family, mothers, sisters, women trying to conceive. There's going to be a lot to celebrate about for you guys here. You got the Three of Cups, you got the World. I mean, that's some nice stuff. And I like the Five of Pentacles rods is here. That's why I say there's a struggle. You know, there's some struggle. It wasn't easy, or, you know, they may have struggled a long time to get pregnant, or it's hard to kick an addiction, you know. So there's that going on. Down here, it's like believe it. It's like this feels like I just can't even believe it. Like I can't even believe something so good has happened to me. Is this really real? You know, I'm feeling like I'm still like feeling of this not worthy and being on guard about it. Is this really real? Or if I touch this, or if I believe that I'm going to get pregnant and have another miscarriage, then I'll be crushed. Or if I believe that she's really going to get off the booze and she doesn't, I'll be crushed. And I want you to, they're telling you to embrace it, whatever it is. You can believe it, and it's worth believing in. And you got to be like the Fool. You got to be of open heart and open. The Fool is trusting. And what is the Fool looking up at? He's looking at the Eight of Rods. He's pointing right up at the world. If you believe, you can have it all. I just heard that song, that Disney song, "A Dream is a Wish Your Heart Makes." So maybe that's, or I just got chills all over my legs. Ooh! A dream is a wish your heart makes. I can't think of the rest of it. That's the lyric. The dream is the wish your heart makes. So that's, I just got big chills all down my legs and arms. So that's definitely a big message for somebody out there. Maybe somebody wants to look up too. I'm sure it's Disney, but I can't think of what song it is. Okay, so let's go ahead. We're going to move on to the animal totem. By the way, these are my own cards that I designed and wrote the meanings for and everything. So they're the Beast Mistress Animal Oracle cards. If you want to get a copy of them, there's information how to do so. Here's your card right here. This is for Aquarius. Seagull. Okay, I'll read what I wrote first. It says, joyous seafarer, calling from the sky, edging on this world and another, coming from a higher perspective, riding the currents of life. Yeah. They ride the currents of life, and that's what this is about too. Because this doubt stuff is always what's going to block you and everything, you know. You let those doubts creep in, and then there goes. You know, you're off the wave, you're off the wave. And they're in two worlds at once, too. They're shore creatures. They're associated with the fae, too, and fairies of being in. So this could be a connection of the fairy realm, too. There's another great song that just came into my mind. I don't know. Maybe we could look it up. Seagull by, might be Bad Company. It's Paul Rogers singing. Maybe it's free, but you might want to look that one up, too. It's called Seagull. Seagull, you fly. That's all I can remember. Oh, I don't know. I used to even play that song in a band. I can't even remember anything anymore. It seems I shouldn't say that. But here, what I want to tell you about this card, look at it. And what stands out to you? Any colors, shapes? It was my intention when I created these cards that there be messages there. And I've started to see stuff. And then I wanted you to kind of look for yourself and see if anything stands out for you, you know. Could be body parts, like I said in one of the other readings. If the beak stands out, maybe somebody's got a strange nose or something about their nose. But it could just be a weird shape that looks like something else to you, reminds you of something else. As always, when you see these things out in nature, you know, or you see them in nature, or you see a picture or anything, that is totally confirmation that this is your animal spirit guide for the month. And I love to hear about that. I love when people see them. You know, somebody said billboard. You see them just anywhere, or just even hear the word in conversation that it comes up. So if you think of it and you see something or that, let me know. Put it in the comments. Okay, stay tuned. Happy June, but stay tuned. I got a couple more things to tell you about. Be right back. One real quick thing, Aquarius. When I put this card away, I wanted to tell you this. I had to bring it back out again. Look at these birds in the background. Is this seagull flying away from them? Are they flying in a different direction? Or are they just, is he out in front of the flock? I think that's very telling, whichever way it appears to you. Okay, stay tuned. I'll be right back. Hey everyone, before we go, if you go on my main channel, you can find out more information about me, including how to get a reading. And you can check out, there's a bunch of links here. I have a couple of other channels, a music channel, and then a children's music channel, the Learning Songs for Kids. So if you have little kids or anybody, you can find links to all that on my main page. Under the About section, you can find everything. How to order. I do the personalized mandalas, my books, it's all listed here. And that's at the top if you're on home. This is the main channel page. You go home. And then it's videos, playlists, channels, discussions about. Also, I believe I will have a link, a subscribe link on the video itself, and then I usually say something like goods and services. Well, that'll take you to it. Where that actually takes you to is this Order a Mandala page, which is the Tapestry of Life. But there's all sorts of stuff. If you keep going down here, you've got the animal totem cards. There's a link below to buy that. And all the readings. See, it says readings. And I have all the readings. There's personal readings, and then at the very bottom too is make a donation. I'm usually try to keep it booking like 2 weeks out or so. I try not to let it get too far beyond there. I'll start filling in holes, but I try to stay like 2 to 3 weeks out on the booking, so you don't have to wait months or anything to get a reading with me. If you're watching this to learn how to read tarot, if you noticed I had the book there, it's Tarot in the Modern World. I wrote this book on tarot. It's a real good, easy to understand book about tarot. It's available on Amazon, Tarot in the Modern World. There's links to that. And then, of course, the Beast Mistress Animal Oracle cards, which I pulled for you at the very end of the last reading. You know, that's also going to be on here on the, you can get it from the About section or from this Order the Mandala page. So it's all there, you know, it's all there. And the goods and services, I believe, takes you to this Order the Mandala page, okay? All right, so have a great June. Remember, you are love and beauty incarnate, and I'll speak to you soon.